that some persons have been waiting. All right, so if you can hear me and you can see me, let me see your comment. Let me see your comment. I can hear you. Comment that you can hear me and you can see me. If you can hear and see me, let me see your comment. If you can hear and see me, great. So the feedback is good from my end. All right, everybody. Okay. Amazing, amazing. So glad to know that we have people waiting in the room already. Like, I'm so excited. When I built the room some minutes ago, I noticed that some persons were already waiting. It means you're eager to learn, and I am so, so proud of you. So today, without wasting time, we are looking at understanding the different parenting styles. So it has been on my mind, it's been in my heart to bring this topic to parents because I observed that a lot of us don't really understand what it takes to what we don't even understand what we are doing when it comes to parenting. A lot of us don't know what parenting entails. A lot of us don't even know the style we are parenting. Like we're freestyling. We're just doing anywhere the left is, whatever works for me. You know, like I asked the parent, I said, what's the parenting strategy you're using for your child? And she said, well, I don't have any strategy, anything that comes to mind, anything I see, I do, and I tell you that is very, very risky. That is very dangerous for your child. So welcome to class today. I am so excited that you are here with me this night. All right. Okay, so if you're just meeting me for the first time, shout out to you. My name is Isioma Kawekwune. I am the founder of Team Ignite Academy and the founder of the Parenting Hub. So this webinar tonight is coming to you courtesy of the Parenting Hub. Please ignore the noises from my end. Unfortunately, light is misbehaving, so we're in Nigeria. We'll have to, improvise. So you may get a little filler from the background, but it's fine. We're going to be fine. We will be fine, all right? So I want to start by saying that parenting is not about raising perfect children. See, don't let anybody anywhere deceive you. There's nothing like perfect children in this world. So perfection is an illusion. Don't let them deceive you. There's nothing like perfection. Oh, I want to raise a perfect child. Oh, my child was perfect. My child, you mount pressure on the child because you want the child to be perfect. You want the child to be this. You want the child. That is not parenting. That is not what we are here for tonight, right? That is not why we are here for. That is not why we are here today. So if you have come here with the mindset that you want to raise a perfect child, this is not the right room. So you may need to take a walk, right? You may need to take a walk. You may need to go somewhere else. You may need to, visit other communities because here we're not chasing perfection. We're not looking to raise perfect children. We are working towards raising children who are emotionally stable, children who their identity are shaped, children who are confident, children whose behavior we can predict, and children who are wholesome. So we are looking towards raising wholesome children, not perfect children. We're not perfecting children. We're not raising perfect children. We're not perfect either. We're not perfect parents. So perfection is an illusion. Write it somewhere. Perfection is an illusion. We are not chasing perfection. We are chasing stability. We are chasing stability in our homes. We are chasing raising wholesome children. Children who can stand the enemy at the gate, right? And whatever you do at your parenting stage determines how the adult you're raising is going to form. is going to be formed because you are raising an adult. Yes. The child you're raising today, the 6 months old baby, the 1 year old baby, the three years old baby you're raising today will be an adult someday. And whatever you put into them today will manifest in the future. That is the point I want you to take home today. So whatever you do today to that child, whatever you put into that child, I always tell parents to see their children as a clay or as a clean slate that has been handed over to them by God. Whatever you write on that slate stays. Whatever you mold with that clay stays. So whatever you do to your child determines how that child will grow or who that child becomes as an adult. So a lot of the people you see today, you see them shouting, narcissist here, this one is this. They did not just start when they turned adults. It was an accumulation of all the junks that were fed into them as children as they were growing. That is what is manifested. So whatever you teach your child today will manifest in their adulthood. So I need you to be conscious of that fact, that you're not raising your child for the now. You're not raising a baby. You're not raising a teenager. You're not raising a preteen. You are raising an adult. So start looking at the child like an adult and start employing every necessary strategy that will help you raise an adult. Now, one of the biggest challenges I have seen with parents is that we focus a lot on obedience. Obedience. My child must be obedient. My child must be obedient. You tell them obey mommy, obey daddy, obey teachers, obey this, obey that, and you don't pay attention to other aspects of the child's development. Another challenge is respect. Like in this part of the country, of the continent, we prioritize respect a lot. So you see, a lot of children have been sexually abused because obey. You must obey. You're teaching your children to obey every instruction given to them by an older person. So when somebody says remove your pants, you have taught them to obey. They don't have any other choice because you haven't taught them any other thing. They must remove the pants. You have taught them that a good child has to obey. Right? You see my problem with teaching obedience. Now the second one, you teach them to respect elders, respect this, respect that. And then when an elder enters the house and is telling the child, sit on my lap, and he's touching it, because you have taught so much respect, the child will respect. The child will not even be able to talk to you because talking to you or resisting that adult seems like a disrespect to them because of all the things you have been teaching, right? Because of all the things you have been teaching. Now, another problem I see with parents is the problem of performance. You see, I once worked in a private school. I know the pressure parents mount on their children. Like, you must be first. In fact, a particular parent came to fight a colleague. Why? She said in the previous year, her child was the best, right? Her child was the best. So when the next session was ending and her child did not come out the best, she started fighting the whole school authority. She fought the teachers, she fought the school head. She was quarreling around the whole school. She was making a fuse out of everything. My child did this, my child came out first, my child came out 100, my child did this, my child did that, and all. In her mind, her child was the best. So that pressure, that academic pressure is there for the child to become, for the child to, he must be first. Everybody knows we are first. This family, we carry first, we don't carry second, we carry first, we don't carry second. So we put that pressure, that academic pressure on our children. I know of a particular parent, we used to call her the 4 a.m. parents, that brings her children to school by 6 a.m. 6 a.m. The children are in school. She will dump them in school, and she's always the last person to come and pick her children. Why? Because every time she's under pressure to be the most punctual parent in the school. She's under pressure to be the most punctual parent in the school. So her children are always in school by 6 a.m. Pressure. Pressure for performance. Pressure for grade. Pressure for academics. We want our children to excel. We're mounting unnecessary pressure on our children. Unnecessary pressure on our children. Unnecessary pressure. Unnecessary pressure. That is the kind of parent that we have all over the place today. That is the kind of parent we have everywhere today. We want our children to be obedient. We want our children to be respectful. We want our children to be top of everything. When they say confidence, they come out. When they say respect, they come out. When they say first in class, they come out. Second in class, they come out. Depth in dressing, they come out. Neatness, they come out. Punctuality, they come out. Everything. So you're putting pressure on the children. Sadly, that is the kind of parents we have everywhere now. If you go to private school, you understand what I'm talking about. If you go to private school, you will understand what I am talking about. You will see the pressure for performance everywhere. Pressure for performance everywhere. Now, your parenting styles affect how your child sees themselves. Your parenting style affects how your child sees themselves. Are they seeing themselves as human beings who are respected, who are acknowledged, who is cared about, or they see themselves as objects? And currently, there's this drama where we just recently started in the church for the upcoming Children's Day celebration. And part of when I was writing the drama, I took my time and I started bringing out the challenges that children face, right? The different challenges that children face. Parents care a lot about academics. They care a lot about their job. Nobody, just a few people care about the mental health of their children. Just very few care about the mental health of the children. My husband said something one day. When he said it didn't make sense. But over time, I realized that he was actually correct. He said that Nigerian parents can give you their child, can give you their child than give you their phones. Because take it this way, how many parents can actually leave their phones for their nannies, like open their phone and hand it over to their nanny and say, "Nanny, take, I give you my phone for the next 3 hours." I guess none. But you hand your children over to nanny and you feel relaxed. So most times the children are asking questions. What's going on? I don't understand. My children, nobody cares. Nobody is asking. I read a story about a particular girl whose parents were always buying her things, buying her everything. She didn't lack anything. But guess what? Her parents were never available. Today, China, tomorrow, Hong Kong, next tomorrow, America. Mother is flying to India for meeting. Father is in America for business meeting. The other one is here. The child was alone with her American deportee uncle. This uncle was deported because of drugs and hard substances he was consuming. And he was alone with this girl, with just the driver and maybe the cook. And the uncle noticed that this girl was depressed and needed to get. And what was the help? He started feeding her with drugs, alcohol. And this thing continued for more than 2 years. The parents didn't notice. By the time the parents realized it, the girl was already in the hospital. She was already in the hospital. Messed up. They flew her to India because they needed to operate. Her kidney was damaged. She had been consuming a lot of hard substances, a lot of alcohol. As at the time they realized it had gone beyond what they can control immediately. And then they sent her, they referred them to India, and she died there. Negligence, gross negligence. So how you see your child today determines what your child will think they are. Are you seeing your child as an object, or you're seeing your child as a masterpiece? When I woke up, God gave me the theme for this year's Girls' Day Out. I always organize an annual program for girls in Asaba. And I've been thinking, what do we title this year? And when I woke up, I had that in my spirit. This morning, I am a masterpiece. And I quickly told my girls, my children, I said, this year's theme is, I am a masterpiece. Because you are a masterpiece. If you start treating your child like they are a masterpiece, your child will grow well under your care. If I give you a gold, and say, hold this gold, nothing should happen to you, every day you'll be going to check on that gold. You will even go and Google, how do I preserve gold so that it doesn't get leaked? So why is it that when it comes to parenting, we start managing? Must we learn? Must we come? Can't we be kind? Can't we copy and paste? Come on. Your parenting style is going to determine whether they tell the truth or not, whether your children tell the truth or not. Part of the reason why children don't say the truth is because they know that there will be consequences when they say the truth. So they will choose to say the lie. If I know that you're going to flog me for saying the truth, I'd rather say it's not me, so that you will leave me alone. Right? So your parenting style is going to determine whether your child is going to say the truth or whether your child is going to lie. Now, the parenting style is going to affect your child's confidence level. I once took a sample in the month of February, and I told parents, tell me the biggest challenge your child is having. My child doesn't have confidence. They don't speak to me. Confidence this, confidence that, confidence. Do you know that your parenting style is also affecting your child's confidence? Most of you have killed your children's talent. Like you have upped it. You have upped your children's talent because of your parenting style. Your parenting style is going to determine your child's emotional regulation. How they handle their emotion. When they are sad, how they react. When they are happy, how they react. It's going to affect their future relationship. Your parenting style will affect your children's future relationship, whether you like it or not. So you see, parenting starts with you knowing what you're doing first, then your child. Because when you say, parenting, no, teach my child, is my child, we blame every other person except us. We are the Alpha and Omega. Every other person has a fault except us. It's only we that don't have fault. So you rather teach my child, if I'm teaching your child, you have to be learning. 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 See, your children may forget rules that you set in the home. They will forget every other thing, but they will never forget how you make them feel. Write it somewhere. They will never forget how you made them feel. Children don't forget. And we're talking about adults. We're talking about children that will be 25, 30 in a few years' time. They will never forget. Even me today, I tell my children, telling my father, when we were this, when we were that, you say it because those were the experiences. So we will not forget. We won't forget. We won't forget. Now I'm going to be sharing with you the 4 parenting styles that there is. The 4 different parenting styles. Number 1, the authoritarian parent. The authoritarian parents. I promise you this is where a lot of parents are. The authoritarian parents. AKA, because I said so. Others, because I said so. Mommy, why should, because I said so. Daddy, because I said so. You are the Almighty. You are the Alpha and Omega. You are the beginning and the end of your home. Nobody dares question you. Nobody dares ask you questions. No, your authority is final. Your authority is final. Bible has said it that you're the head of the family. So you're the head. Even when things are going wrong and everybody is seeing it as wrong, only you will be seeing it as right because you're the head. That is what the Bible says. That is it. That is it. The authoritarian parents. What are the characteristics? They are streets. They are streets. I promise you, this is where you see a lot of Christian parents. Being in our home, we don't wear trousers. Everyone knows. They say, Holy Spirit, Holy. They are controlling. Don't do this. We don't do that. We don't, and because you are the I said so parents, nobody has the right to ask the question. What you say is final. Anything you say is final. So you're the organizer of your home. You're the authoritarian parent. Not even your wife can say, oh honey, can we do it like this? Or your husband can say, no, I have said it. In fact, in my house, everybody eats this on Monday, eats this on Tuesday. Everybody go to church, carry your Bible by 5 a.m. You're in church, sit in my car if you don't see. Authoritarian parents. They are strict, they are controlling, they induce heavy punishment. Their own is heavy punishment. Any little thing they are beating, they are punishing children. They want you to feel, in fact, they want to show everybody that they are the head. Are you dragging the headship with anybody? That is the authoritarian parent. And if you check, most parents, most children raised in an authoritarian home don't really go back home. So that has been shouted on social media, but we found out okay. Our parents did well. You did not turn out okay. There's nothing about it that turned out okay. When you see your parents call, you first of all wing to the front, wing to the back, and you ask yourself, are you sure I want to answer this call? They say your father is sick. You say, okay, I'd rather send money than go home. And you say, we turned out okay. We turned out okay. There's nothing okay about it. There's nothing okay about it. You were raised in the street home. I see pastors sitting here. A lot of pastors. A lot of pastors. A lot of pastors sitting on this WhatsApp group. And you see them when you say, give me, when the children enter university, you will not see them in the home again. The children, you will not see them in the home again. Some of them will pack the load and go to one boy's house for the girls. Some of them, you will now see pastors' children. They are plating bread. Pastors' children, they are wearing the worst clothes. Why? Because you believe that it takes strictness to raise children. Authoritarian parents. A lot of pastors are sitting here. We say it now that pastors raise the most wayward children. This is it. This is the cause. There's no relationship. There's no connection. No emotional connection. Everything is peace. We wake up in the Bible in our house. We wake up. We read Bible. Everybody know 4 a.m. you must read Bible. Read your Bible till 5:30. You go and start preparing for school. When you finish preparing for school, you go to your school. When you come back, you read more Bible. You do your homework. You go for Bible study. You come back. Straightforward. Very straightforward life. When people father is around, he's inside, locked up in the room, reading Bible from morning till night. No relationship with the children. How did your day go? So what happened in school? Okay, can we play? Can we go out? Why? Very straightforward life. Wake up in the morning, 4 a.m. Bible study, morning devotion, end by 6. March to the kitchen, prepare the food, everybody eat, enter car, school, come back, do your homework, more Bible study in the church, come back, revise the Bible again, go home, go and sleep, wake up again, repeat the process. Very straightforward. Very straightforward. Nobody is talking about the emotional need of the children. Nobody is validating the child's emotional need. The child is yearning. Can I even talk to my parents? Are they willing to listen? I have a lot to talk. But no, pastor is busy. Street. Tomorrow the child will finally leave home and then enter higher institution. They will say, oh, a breath of fresh air. And the first thing that comes in the name of soccer, the child gives him. It could be a boy, it could be cultism, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be anything. And the child will be happy. Because at least somebody is listening, somebody cares. Somebody cares. That's what it shows. At least somebody cares about them. And tomorrow we say we turn out okay. Authoritarian parents. This is for you. This is for you. Children raised in an authoritarian home are not allowed to express themselves. It's a one-way traffic in the home. One way, very straightforward. No time to say, oh, how did your day go? Did you eat? What happened in school? Are you okay? Do you think you need this? Does the teacher this? Nothing. Very straightforward. One way. One way. One way. One way. One way. Children can't even ask questions. Your children cannot. It's a sin because they are supposed to respect and obey. It's a sin for children to ask questions. This is for authoritarian parents. This is for children in an authoritarian home. Children should be seen and not heard. Please take notes. That is what they mean. They tell you children should be seen. So all the children are walking on eggshell, even in the house. Everybody is walking. Everybody is maintaining peace in the house. When children should be exploring in their parents' house, painting everywhere, making noise, jumping, playing. But no, because their parents are authority figures, children are now walking on eggshell in the home. In the home. In the home. Now, what does authoritarian parenting produce? It produces fear-based obedience. Because they know that when they disobey, there will be consequences. They obey blindly. They obey in fear. They are not obeying you because it's coming from their heart. They are just obeying because they know that when they disobey, there will be consequences. That they are going to be punished. That they don't have a say. That they cannot express themselves. So they will rather obey you. Fear-based obedience. Number 2, low self-esteem. Because their emotions were not validated. Nobody cared about their emotions. Nobody cared what they were going through. Nobody cared. It was just about about the parents' Everything the parents wanted, everything the parents have taught them, obey, obey, obey. So nobody knows. And the children will suffer from low self-esteem. Have you seen pastors' children? Have you seen any? I don't want to mention the name of church of any church, but there are some churches that when you see the pastor's children, you almost weep for them. You will almost shed tears for them. Now the next one is secretive children. You're going to raise secretive children. Let me shock your bubble. I was raised in an authoritarian home. In an authoritarian home. My father was the alpha and finisher. Anything he says is what will be done. Like, nobody seeks your opinion. Nobody cares about your opinion. No, it is his will. Just the way we say God's will. It is his will. The day he wants us to go to school, everybody will go to school. The day he doesn't want everybody not to step out of them, all of us will stay in the house. So it wasn't all along. It was his will. Everything about him. And when we became secretive, I suffered low self-esteem as a girl. When I got admission and I was asked to come and fill a form, the day we were doing our screening in our first year one, first semester. So we're doing this, school screening that determines if you're going to be offered admission or get into the school or get kicked out and all. And when it was my turn, I just entered the room and I started crying. The lecturer was asking me, what is it? What is it? Anybody said anything wrong? Did anybody say anything bad? Did you do this? Nobody said anything. Nobody has even said a word to me. Why? Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. And what did it result to? I became an aggressive child. Because that was the only way I could express myself. Aggression was the only way I could express myself. I could express myself. The only way I could express myself. Rebellion is another characteristic of children raised in an authoritarian home. You shout, my children, they are rebellious, they are this, they don't listen, they are this. If you see my DM, most times when I receive these messages, I tell parents, please, can you please sign up for training, sign up for mentorship, sign up for coaching, learn what it takes to raise the 21st century child. Stop telling me my parents did not learn, my mother did not learn, my this did not learn. That was then. This is now. Another characteristic of children those in an authoritarian home is that they are emotionally distant. Children who are emotionally distant because their feelings are already crushed. Nothing moves them anymore. Even when you say, oh, your father is sick, your mother is dying, you say, now. Okay, I've heard you. Any other thing? Because that was what happened to them. Children want parents that, oh, so how are you feeling? If the legs keep paining you, okay, maybe we should go to the hospital, or maybe just show them that you care. It doesn't cost much. No, we want it to be everything. It is me. I will say, tomorrow it will be your turn. The child will become an adult, and you will grow to become a baby. Now it will be your turn to take care of you. And of course, the pattern you have created, they will repeat it. They will be distant. They will not answer you. They will not respond. It's just the phase of life. Seasons of life. Now the next type of parent, the next style of parenting is the permissive parenting. The permissive parent. The parent who is permissive, aka anything goes. aka anywhere belle face. These ones, they are very soft. So the children can manipulate them anywhere they want. There's no boundary in the home, no rules, anything goes. Anything goes. Anybody can come in and bring any artificial knowledge into the home, it's fine. Anybody can bring foreign ideas into the home, it's fine. Anything happens, it's fine. We are okay, we are fine. We are the very friendly, nonchalant, not caring, anything, where everything goes. Anywhere the left is, now there the face. That's the kind of this type of permissive parenting. Permissive parenting, no discipline, no discipline. You see, I worked in a private school and I experienced parents, like I saw different types of parents. You see the intentional one and you see the anywhere benevolent ones. Some parents, you see them, when anything that is trending, they are there. Anything at all that is trending, they are there. Gunshot, oh, they are there. Dyeing of hair to different colors, they are there. Wearing of bra or not wearing bra again, they are there. Slapping breast and removing, they are there. Anything at all, anything happening, just for them, they are there. They are the permissive parents. They are the permissive parents. The child, no control, no lack of self-control in the home. Father this way, mother this way, anything goes. AKA anything goes. The child controls the mother's emotion. So I saw on Instagram some weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, a particular mother who woke her child up at past 10, I think around 10:30 or 11:30, and the child was beating the mother for waking him up that early. It was on a public holiday, so there was no school. And the child was beating the mother. I was, like quarreling why she woke him up that early by 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock. That's an example of a permissive parent. The children manipulate them. The day the child says, everybody is eating, the mother will shout, please, Baba is hungry, Baba said Indomie is in the, please make Indomie for everybody today, because that is what Baba wants to eat. For parents, especially those of you that have a single child, one boy or one girl, we tend to over pamper them. Yeah, I have just one son, but you don't know. He is even the most labored child in my house. You won't know. You won't know. You won't know because he works more than the girls. So I met a parent one day. I was going to work, and she was in front. 2 girls, no, 3 girls. 2 girls and the boy. And then the nanny was behind them. I was behind the nanny, and the 2 girls were in front. The mom by the side with the boy. The girls are already in upper primary, that's like grade 4 and 3. And this boy was in grade 2 already. So the mom was walking with the boy, the nanny was walking by the side. She had 6 bags, 3 school bags, 3 lunch bags, and this way, and she was dragging it like this, and these children were walking, clapping their hands, and were moving. And then I asked the mom, Ma, why does this nanny have this school bag, these plenty bags on her, and your children are moving without their bag? And she said, is that not her work? Okay, that one is one. Then for the boy, he said, but the boy is my only son, no. That is why I don't allow him to do anything. The prince, the father said, is it? I said, wonderful. All of us, they brought us up like we were broken out from the root. We were not giving birth to. So you have seen things. Some of you are like that. A lot of parents are like that, very permissive. Very permissive because your children know, so they will manipulate you. They know that they want discipline. They will manipulate you. The day they want to eat ice cream, either you give them ice cream or they do peace. The day you want to give them, they want to eat bread, no bread or no peace. One day, parents called me, Baba, I took Baba to go and cut his hair. Baba said he will not cut his hair. Please, Doctor Baba, please, Doctor Baba. I said, okay, give Baba food. She gave Baba. I said, Baba, what is it? He said, Ma, I don't want to cut my hair. I said, will you go and cut your hair now? If you don't cut your hair, don't come to my class tomorrow. 10 minutes later, the mommy said, he's almost done. You people are permitting rubbish in your homes. You're permitting rubbish, no rules, no boundaries. So children can do anything. They know that even if you're not coordinated, you wake up anytime you like. Your children come to school anytime they like. In fact, the day you wake up, you don't feel like taking them to school, you don't take them to school. They give them homework, you don't do. Yeah, I beg, leave it. I beg. Is it not the child that has been in school from morning till night? What are they even learning? What are they learning? I beg, leave them, don't let them rest. My children, oh, they are suffering. They are suffering. These children are suffering. They went to school from morning till night. You still want to give them homework. You let them watch TV. I met a parent. No, there's this boy in my class that used to be in my class, Brian. Every time Brian comes to class, I taught, there are 4 siblings. So out of the 4 siblings, I taught 3 siblings, right? And I noticed the pattern. This pattern of coming to school after assembly, they sleep. Coming to school after assembly, they will sleep up. I said no. The first time, I didn't bother to tell the mom. I felt it's something I could handle. The next year, the younger sister entered my class, and same thing happened. We still managed it. Then the next session again, the younger brother came in, and it was then I called the mom's attention. So I don't understand what's happening. I have got 3 of the children, same problem. After assembly, we'll be looking for them. They will find a spot to go and hide and be sleeping. They are only sleeping. When others are, once we are out of assembly, sleep. They will be sleeping. They will be sleeping. I say, what is going on? I don't understand. They don't learn so that tomorrow you not come and say, this someone did not teach. She said, want me to be telling these students? They don't listen. They don't listen. You see, they watch cartoon till 2 a.m. I said 2 a.m. How will I allow children that are going to school to watch TV till 2 a.m.? He said, once I off the TV, they'll start throwing tantrum. They'll start fighting. They'll start quarreling. So I just allow them. They'll watch until the TV goes off. Until they sleep off, then they will turn off the TV. Now, these same children, she's going to wake them by 5, and they will be in school because they come to school very early. They will be in school before 7 or by 7 and before. How many hours has child slept? And then the moment you are back from assembly, can sleep. That child will sleep till like 1 p.m. By the time they are done, it's mostly their snack time or extra lesson time that they will now wake up. What have the child learned? Nothing. I said, Mark, you will go home and put boundaries in your home. You will go home and put rules and regulations in your home. You cannot be doing anyhow now. How can you be raising children? No rules, no regulation. They wake up, they watch TV till they like. No media plan. No media plan. Why will children be in school? School is in session and they have their phones. Why? I took my children to a birthday party last Saturday. And the table were sitting. They were teenagers. All of them had phones. My son was sitting close to me. No phone. No phone. I said, be watching the party that is going on. No phone. The only time he had phone was when I gave him my phone because I needed to do something. And I said, in case your daddy called, tell him, just respond to him. No phone. My children know, no phone. We have rules and regulations. Go home and put rules and regulations in your house. You come back from school, your child is come back from school, you pick your child and you give them iPad or tablet or whatever. immediately, and the child is playing game. They will finish that game. They will switch to cartoon, and they watch cartoon till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Children are going to school the next day. Permissive parents, no rules and regulations. Anything goes for you. Anything goes for you. When they say Ashebi, we are saying Ashebi, your own is just for Tiger Ashebi, everything. Nobody is within wedding. You don't even care about the children you're raising. You don't care. You don't care. So most of them, you don't care. Children raised under this, under permissive parenting, permissive parenting, we produce entitled children. Children who are entitled. Children who are entitled, over entitled. If you permit anything in your house, your children will be entitled. I have seen children who lock their parents up and say their parents will not leave the house until they give them what they want. Me, I have used my 2 eye to see it. I have used my 2 eye to see until they give them what they want. They will not open the door for them. Sometime in, I think 2010 or 2009, 2009, so, and 2010, either 2009 or 2010, I traveled to Lagos to see my grandmother before she died. I went to my auntie's place, my dad's elder sister, and she took me to the other sister whose house grandma was staying. And when we got there, I was in the room with her, my grandma, and that other auntie that we were in her house. So the 4 of us were in the room. All of a sudden, the son came in. And when he came in, he looked at me and said, Isioma, how are you? I said, I'm fine. And I greeted him. He said, how are your parents? And all that. And after the exchange of, greeting, he was looking for something in the room. I noticed that the room went dead. Like, everybody in the room were calm. Nobody was moving. Nobody was talking. Everything was just, So, after he left, I just said, Grandma, hope all is well. He said, hey, don't talk. I said, what happened? He said, oh, that boy, he's using his parents' eye to see shake the that he had been beating his mother and his father. Why? Because of permissive parents. The things they permitted when they were small. There were no rules. There were no boundaries. So the children don't know who is who in the home. They don't know who is who in the home. Everything goes. Anything goes. Anywhere the left is. Anybody is free to come in. You are raising children who are over dependent. Children you will bail out in future. Tomorrow that boy is going to commit crime. They will call you. Come your child is going to have committed. Your child is in prison. Your child is in police station. Your child is in. You say, oh, he's the only son I have. Help me, help me. You sell your land. Tomorrow, your child is going to borrow money or maybe commit one thing. You sell your house, to bail him out. You sell your car, to bail him out. You sell your wrapper, to bail him out. You go and borrow for cooperative, to bail him out. Your daughter, to bail them out. Why? Because of the things you permitted when they were going on. There were no boundaries in your home. There were no boundaries. There were no rules. Permissive parenting, very destructive. Permissive parenting will produce children who are dependent on the parent. So you will continue to bail them out. You will continue to bail them out. You will continue. I read a text from a parent one day. The parent was looking for, it ended on social media, the parent was looking for a sewing space. The child, seems like the daughter just finished secondary school and needed somewhere to go learn skill. And the tailor, the fashion designer they contacted, gave them their rules and regulations that children must resume by 8. The apprentice or the learner must be by the shop by 8, and they will work every day till Saturday. And this. And then she mentioned that fee. The woman said the money is chicken change, but that she has her own rules, that the child needs to sleep till like 10:30, so she will be resuming every day by 11 o'clock, and that her child will not work on Saturday, and that her child, in case her child is what did she mention? In case her child is uncomfortable, the driver can come and pick her up. The tailor mentioned that when they have outside work, when they want to style a bride or something, that the apprentice, all of them will move together to go and learn how to. They said no, the child will not go. The apprentice said, "Ma, the fashion design is for your child. For your child. You're raising children who you will bail out, who you will continue to bail out in future. Children who cannot stand on their own, because there were no rules and regulations. There were no boundaries. There were no boundaries. Everything goes in the home. Anybody can come in and bring their own idea, and it's okay. Look at the workers. Go to places, you will see self-death needed. There's work everywhere. They teach us to no work. There's work everywhere. What we lack is people who are qualified. No skill, no more skilled workers. No more skilled workers. No more skilled workers. Nonchalant parenting. That's what we have. You wake up in the morning, you first of all go and set your tripod and you start dancing. This is how we live our life in our family. My father is this, my husband is this, my children is this. Hello. My son told me one day, when I told him to move, he was in nurturing department. I said, move to the media, because I know that he's ICT inclined. He likes ICT and does so well with systems. So I told him, I said, move to media, you benefit more. The first time he went there, he followed us to church, and he said he came back very angry. I work in the children's church, so I don't stay in the main church. So he came to the children's church and he said, Mommy, you people made me to go late today. No, you people wait. I said, how? But we all got to church before service time. He said no, that the boss in the media team told him to resume as early as 7:45. Service is 8 o'clock. So we got to church few minutes before 8. So that because of he came like about 2 minutes to 8, that he will not serve for the day. I said, don't worry, tomorrow. I said, okay, what will happen is, since you don't know how to drive, you now have to be leaving the house early. You will come later. And that's what has been happening. He has been leaving, once it's 7:30, he will go. He will leave us behind and go. We only come back with him after service. That is how to train children. That is how to train a child. I told him, I said, don't see it as punishment. See it as if you're in training. See it as though you're in training. If some of us now, you ban, hey, but my child is there. Why did you remove my child from there? Why did you remove my child from that church? Why did you remove my child from the group? He came there. And you have parents. The first time he told me, he said that the first time he went there, he met a lot of people, so that they did not allow him to do anything, because those people have been there since. And when he came as a newcomer, I said, don't worry, a time will come. Those people, you will not see them. You will be the only one there, and they will need you. One day he came home, he was very happy. He said, Mommy, do you know that today, all those people, nobody came. It was just me. It was only me and my boss. So while he was doing the camera and the recording and everything, I was the person controlling all the system, and I saw how they project Bible, the Bible that shows on screen. I said, the Bible tell you it's going to happen someday. Train your children. Go home and put boundary in your home. Go home and put boundary. Love without structure creates instability. Love without structure will build children who are unstable. How did the Bible put it? Somebody remind me, you can put it in the comment section. That what is unstable in all his ways. I'm trying to remember how it was written in the Bible. Why are we deceiving ourselves? Why are we deceiving ourselves? A home where there are no rules, where there are no structure, we produce children who are unstable. We have a lot of unstable adults today. We have a lot of unstable adults today. You see, I think, in fact, this whole week, I read a lot of stories about people in the abroad, in diaspora. The moment, because they are hustling, their husbands are hustling and seeing small money in Nigeria, and when they cross, me, I cannot wash toilet. Me, I cannot do menial job. I can't do menial job to survive. Everybody knows I'm a big boy. Everybody knows in Nigeria. You're no longer in Nigeria. You're no longer in Nigeria. Because you were raised to be independent. They were always bailing you out. If not, you would have known that you were supposed to survive anywhere. Raise children who will survive everywhere. Raise children who are stable. Raise children who are stable. Raise children who are stable. The next one is the neglective parenting or the uninvolved parent. This one, aka everybody should just survive. Everybody should survive. They have a lot of uninvolved parents. Uninvolved parents. These are the categories of parents who leave their children to their nanny. Like they willed their children to their nanny. They are emotionally absent even when they are present in the home. There is no guidance. They don't care about guiding their children. I beg, what is Auntie Ngozi doing? Go and meet Auntie Ngozi. I think, your child is there. Oh. Nothing. No supervision. You don't even care. You don't want to know. You don't want to know every day. You think it's by just buying things for your children. Oh, buy them, buy everything, buy everything. I think, take the driver, follow the driver, let the driver take you to Custom. Buy anything your child wants. Buy it. Ma, you are an uninvolved parent. Some of you don't even know the class your children are or the teacher. Uninvolved. Uninvolved. I once taught a child, a KD1 child. This child, in fact, she became my project. Princess. She became my project. I think she was part of the last children I taught before I left private school. What happened? Every time, I think I mentioned that case last week webinar. Every time this child will come to school, it was obvious that she was having a learning difficulty. Like between me and my partner, my co-teacher, we will choose. Every day we choose the person. One person go to the assembly with the other children. The other person remain in the class or go to the Montessori or just walk around the school compound with her until assembly is over. If you take her to the assembly, she will injure most of the children there because she's very energetic. So this thing continued every day. I kept looking, I've reported to school management. The only person I kept seeing, the only person I saw for more than a term was the nanny. Well, if you see this girl, you won't believe that she was born in Nigeria. Very pretty. One day, somebody walked into my class, and I looked at her. I said, "Excuse me, ma, who are you looking for?" She said, "Princess." I told her, I said, "Are you Princess' mother?" She said, "Yes." I said, "How come? We've not seen you for months since this child was handed over to me. I have been requesting for you to come." She said, "Hey, Auntie Toma, you will not understand. Auntie, hey God, it looks like so same. Do you live in Nigeria?" I said, "Yes, I live in Nigeria." "Do you work in the bank or maybe?" "No, I do a business." I said, "What kind of business?" Since it sells weed. I said, "Okay, that means you have enough time in your hand." She said, "Hey, you will not understand." After that, few months later, one day, He came to school, and the child rushed towards her and hugged her. I said, this one she's hugging you. Did you two not leave the same house? He said, no, that I think the last time she saw her was like 2 weeks ago. I said, did you travel? She said, no. That when by the time Patience is leaving the house in the morning, she'll be sleeping. By the time she's done from school, she's out of the house. So she comes in at midnight and sleeps through the half of the day, and then Princess returns from school. By the time her daughter is back from school, she's out of the house. Most times she hangs out with her friends and don't even go home for like 3 days, and she's in town. Very uninvolved girl. They kept feeding this girl noodles, everyday noodles. I had to call the attention of the nanny. Please, give this girl something else. Because me, when I bring food to school, when I bring rice, when I bring beans, bread, she will come. At first, I would say no. My partner said, please give her. Please give her. You will call the mom, call her. 1 month, she has not responded. You send countless messages, she has not responded. At a point, I had to write to school, write to her, no response. I started begging the man. She said, that's the only thing she eats. I think she can't be eating noodles every day. You want to kill this girl? You want to kill her? How can you be giving a child noodles? And when she comes to school, she'll be looking for other people's food to eat. Very uninvolved girls. The thing is, by paying school fees and buying uniform and providing, stocking the house, and the child is okay. What happens to the emotional needs of the children? Have you thought of it? Some parents will travel 3 months, they are not home. The child has a lot to say. The child needs validation from the parent. The child needs the parents to say, it's okay, I'm here. But no, we're not always present. We're chasing money. You see that children under this home, a lot of boys are masturbating, watching pornography, masturbating. The parents don't care. I was on a radio station sometime 2 years ago, and we were talking about pornography, masturbation, and all. And a boy called in and said he's been masturbating for over 2 years, and the funniest thing is that the parents know, but they don't care. Because when he called in and he said he wanted to talk to me, I said, I would rather talk to your parents. Let's have it. Let it be a triangle discussion. Bring the parents into the conversation. And he said, Ma, my parents are aware. They are aware. And they are not doing anything to help you. They are not doing anything to help you. Some of you in the house, you are clapping your breast. You hear things that expose you. You have children in the house. Your children are watching TV. See, in my house, we used to have TV in every room, even up till now. But you know what? When we became intentional, we disconnected all the TV. So we have 2 TVs that are working. The one in our bedroom and the one in the sitting room. Those are the only 2 TVs. Why the one in our bedroom is still functioning is because the CCTV that controls the whole house is connected to it. That's the central control for the CCTV. Then the parlor, the one in the sitting room. When we want to watch anything, everybody come to the sitting room. Come and watch it in the sitting room. Let's all be seeing it. You all have TV. Some of you have TV in your homes. In your house. I made that mistake a lot. I thought I made a lot of mistakes before now. We had it in every, we thought it was fun. We thought it was being woke. because it was being invoked. Like when people come to our house, everywhere TV, anywhere, the DSTV is dual view, so you can choose any channel you want to watch from where you are. And when you don't feel like watching, you're free to connect to internet and watch anything. And for us, it was being woke. When we realized the implication of what we're doing, we started looking at men immediately. No more TV, just 2 TVs in the entire house. Only. Some of us are still making that mistake, and I don't blame you. It's because you don't know. So when you're in the house, when your child is in the room and there's a TV or there's a laptop or there's a phone and they are connected to the internet, what do you think they are doing inside the room? Some of you don't know. Hey, leave Baba. What is Baba doing? Go to TV, leave him. What is Amaka doing? Leave her. Don't disturb them. Let them have fun. What are they watching? What are they watching? Some parents, their son, their children are being motivated. I'm talking about masturbation. The worst thing is that most parents, some of you see all those things you buy, all those sex toys, all those dildo and the rest that you keep, all those magazines, sexual magazines, your children have seen it. They've seen it. It's very easy. Just snap it and say ChatGPT to tell them what it's used for. When you go, they will stop. Wake up. A child is trying to tell you that somebody touched their breast. You say, I beg you go. I know you're just lying. That's how you make up things. You're not even there to listen. Because every day, Ashebi, as weekend is coming now, you have bought Ashebi for the week. You're always traveling. Ashebi, this one. I know somebody every weekend. In fact, if they say to come and say Ashebi, or if they share it, I'm sure every woman in Asaba, they share her Ashebi, her own Ashebi. Every woman in Asaba will get like three coffee. That's to show you how much she values Ashebi. Every week. She has somewhere to go to. She has uniform. Every week. They have to come and sit down and learn. She said, what are they teaching? Our parents, what did they learn? Did you not turn out okay? Yes, the children you're raising are grinding. The children are suffering. The children are going through a lot. Your child is being bullied in school. They don't know what to do. When they come home, there's nobody to report to because father is in the beer parlor, mother is in the club. Everybody on your own, or your some of you, the nannies in your home are the ones introducing your children to pornography. You don't know. And think of it that they have downloaded a lot of porn in her home, on her phone. Because your child is disturbed, now give your child. I say, watch. The children will now explore. They will explore the nanny's phone and then they will come across that particular one and they will start watching. Some of you, your nannies are the ones abusing your children. They are abusing your children. Because you don't work. You don't concern you. You're more busy with your social life. So it's okay. Children raised under permissive parenting will suffer from emotional insecurity. Attention-seeking behavior. Just like that girl that I shared that story with. She suffered gross attention-seeking. Imagine eating noodles. This girl did not know how to communicate. She was only about 6 years. She got tired. Every time she comes to school, once I drop my own lunch box, she go and bring it. The moment I see her with my lunch box, I know she don't go. Because she got tired of eating. Eating noodles every day. When she go home, she will still eat the noodles. They will now load that with plenty, what's this thing they call it? Ribena. She can come to school with 5 packs of Ribena, different biscuits. When she's done, the brain is overstimulated, hyperactive. You now see her jumping from roof to down to up to ceiling to corridor. And you're wondering what is wrong with the child. What are you feeding the child? When you're feeding the child jump, how would the brain work? The brain is overstimulating. The brain is overstimulating. Omissive parenting, anything goes. Children, you see children practice risky behavior. Big feeling of rejection. If children are feeling rejected, they don't care, nobody cares. Every day they're talking about their party, every day they're talking about the business, every day they're talking about they're talking about baby, they're talking about wedding, they're talking about burial. They always have somewhere to go to. You only have somewhere. Most parents who have come to tell me, well, you know I have busy schedule, I'll tell them, even if it's 10 minutes you have for the children, let it count. Let that 10 minutes be worth it. Ask your children. Ask them questions. We have a connection tool in the community. I hope you know. We have connection tool in the community. It's as low as 1,000 naira. Buy it. Implement. Bible said, buy knowledge and sell it. Buy it. So they say, come and learn. Some of you till today have not registered for the upcoming courses. Why? 6,000 naira is too much. It's so expensive. 6,000 naira. Ma, by the time your child enters trouble and you need that course or you need to see me, you will know what is what. You will know what is what. Now the last one. The last style of parenting, we talked about the authoritarian parents, we talked about the neglecting parents, we talked about the permissive parents. The final one is the authoritative parenting. Authoritative parenting. This is where everybody should be. This is where every intentional parent should be. This is our aim. It's not perfection. We are aiming to raise children who are wholesome. The authoritative parent, aka friend, loving, emotionally intelligent parent. This is where we should be. This is where we should aim for. Aim for the authoritative parenting, not authoritarian, not permissive, not neglective, but the authoritative parenting. Why? Because in authoritative parenting, there are clear boundaries, clear rules, clear regulations. I've told you before, go home, put up a boundary, put up your family vision and mission. Let it be very visible. Let everyone coming to your home. You see how you enter a business, right? A business place. You enter an establishment. The first thing you see is about us, right? You now see our vision, our mission. Now this is what people should see in the home. Let them, if you come to my house, it's framed. You will see it on the wall there. You will see my husband, my family picture, right? You will now see about us, our family. My husband's name is on top, Jude Kawekwene's family. You will see there about us, our vision, our mission, our policy, and the things that we allow is very visible. Go and put it in your home. Part of the things in my house, one of the rules and regulations in my house is that we do not take phone from visitors. We don't. So if you are a visitor or you are my child and a visitor comes in and you take their phone, you're in trouble, you already know. So we don't take phone from a visitor. We don't sit on visitors' lap. We don't. So there are rules and regulations. We don't disrespect other people. We don't push other people's feelings aside. We consider other people's feelings. And then another characteristic of authoritative parenting is emotional connection. Emotional connection. So we are emotionally connected. Be emotionally connected to your children. Let your children feel your presence. That's why I said, go and get the emotional connection tool. that connection tool, it will help you. It will help you. There's something my husband used to do most times. Whenever he comes to the house, he will tell the girls, if we say salon time, he will tell everybody, but it's the girls that have interest in that salon time. So they will be weaving his hair, and they are weaving it up till tomorrow. They will now wake up and say, sir, your salon fee for yesterday was 2,000. Most times we pay them, other times will be like, okay, I beg you, right? Give me your business, what's it called? Just give me your invoice or something like that. There are ways to connect with your children. Some of you, what is expensive? Do you have to take your children to Costco to connect with them? Cooking is connecting. Watching a movie is connecting. Watching a movie with your children is connecting. Reading books to your children is connecting. Or telling stories to them is connecting. Walking with your children, scrolling with them is connecting. Planting seeds, just, okay, let's plant corn or let's plant this, is connecting. Molding with your children is connecting. There are many ways you can connect with children. You see, cutting paper, just getting something with it, maybe kites or something, is connecting. Why are we making things so complicated? Emotional intelligent parents know how to connect with their children. They respect their children when they are correcting, so they don't use harsh words. They connect before correcting. They know that for them to be able to correct their children, they need to come from a place of connection. So when you're correcting your child will not take it as if you're crushing them. Because they know you're telling it from a place of love. From a place of love. Emotional intelligence or authoritative parents employ open communication. They are not the alpha and omega. They like dialogue. I said this some time ago, way before we even knew what intentional parenting is. Whenever we want to have a conversation, we want to have a discussion or something, we bring the children into the picture. Except the one we think we don't need their input. If it's the one that concerns everybody, maybe where are we going for vacation, or maybe what will people rather we do for the upcoming Children's Day, something that involves them generally, we'll ask them to contribute. It gives them a sense of belonging. It gives them a sense of belonging. Let them contribute. Okay, so how do you want us to spend our Christmas? Where do you want us to go for Christmas? Or where do you want us to go for the long vacation? Or how do you want us to spend the long vacation? Or how do you want us to do this? Let them hear you. Let there be open communication. Ask open-ended questions. So what happened in school today? The child is reply. Even when they say nothing, because they are likely to say nothing. You say, so no interesting thing happened in school today. Let me give you my own experience. As I say, they'll be like, oh, mommy, I remember what happened. Let me tell you my own. So get involved. Get involved. Authoritative parents are consistent in their discipline. We talked about consistency when we did the last month, so I'm not even going to delve into that. They are consistent. And what does authoritative parenting produce? Children who are emotionally secure. They are like, they take charge of their own emotion. They can stand they can stop the enemy at the gate. They know who they are. They are not afraid. They are not waiting for somebody to come and tell them, do you know that you are this, you are that? Because they know who they are. Just like that song, I know who I am. And walking in power, they know who they are. They know who they are. They know. They don't even anybody to tell them. They know who they are. Authoritative parenting will produce children who are confident because you have validated their emotions over and over and over and over again. They know that if I turn this way, my mom is here. I turn this way, my father is here. So they're confident. Authoritative parenting will produce children who are responsible because the parents are responsible. It takes a responsible parent to raise a responsible child. It will produce children who are responsible. It will produce children who have trust, who people can trust. I trust that child. I trust that person. I trust this person. Why? You have proven it in their action. Authoritative parents will produce children who understand or who have better emotional regulation. Children that even when they are angry, they know how to control themselves. Even when they are angry. Have you seen children who boil in anger? There are some children you see when they are angry. Have you not seen children that when they are angry, they pull down the whole house? Bobby, I hope you know Bobby, the comedian posted about, I think that was last year, 2 years ago. Now he has replaced the TV in his home 3 times. I think that was the third or the fourth time he was replacing the TV in his home. That whenever the son is angry, he smashes the TV. When I saw that post, I shook my head. I said, you're in for the worst. Because we will continue to bail out that child. You haven't dealt with the problem the child is having. You haven't dealt with the emotion driving that behavior. It's still there. It's still there. This one is TV. One day it's going to stab somebody to death. You will come and bail him out. One day that child will stab somebody to death. One day that child is going to stab somebody to death. One day that child is going to kill somebody. Or maybe crush somebody. Something happened last year. I can't remember if it was about Lagos. So a particular boy had an altercation with an older woman, and he was telling the woman, I will jam you, I will jam you. The woman said, how dare you, cannot. They thought it was joke. This boy entered the car, entered gear, run the woman over, ran her over, and killed the woman on the spot. Killed the woman on the spot. Children who lack emotional regulation. Children who lack emotional regulation. The Bible said, anger but sin not. Meaning Bible even recognizes anger, that one can be angry, but don't let it cause you to sin. Children who know how to control their emotions. That is why we are raising children that at the slightest provocation, they do something terrible. Slightest provocation, just small provocation, something has happened. You see husband lighting up their wife, put fire in the home and burn your wife, kill your wife, stab their wife to death, shoot their wife. You think it just started when it happened? It started when the child was a baby. It started when the person was a baby. They lacked emotional regulation. They were not authoritative parenting will raise children who are emotionally stable. Who are emotionally stable, who can take charge of your emotions. I'm angry, but I will be fine. Who knows how to name their emotion? When you know how to name your emotion, you know how to control it. When you know how to name it, you will know how to control it. Even as parents, a lot of us inflict injury on our children because we are angry. You're angry, you want to kill your child. You say, I'm angry, everybody is out of anger. It's out of anger. I was sometime last week, it's last week now. Last week, a particular parent held their child down and almost stabbed the child to death. A teenage girl. I don't know where that one happened, but I know it happened in Nigeria. I almost stabbed the girl to death. Why? So the girl was manipulated. Her excuse was that the girl was misbehaving. So she was with knife. As I'm talking to you now, she's in police station. She's in the police custody. She held knife like this and pinned the girl down. It was the neighbor. One of the neighbor was recording. The other neighbor now had to rescue the girl. People who don't know how to regulate them. People who don't know how to regulate them. I want you to take note of this. Children thrive. Children thrive where love and structure coexist. Take it. Write it anywhere. Write it down. Children thrive where love and structure coexist. God is a God of principle. God is a God of principle. So if He has handed you over a masterpiece to parent, He expects structure, He expects discipline, and He expects love from you. He expects love from you. I need you to understand. I need you to have it in your subconscious that you are accountable for your child. You, before God, you are accountable. Before God, you are accountable. So anything that happens to that child, God will hold you responsible. Just like that parable that we read in the Bible of the man that was starving and called the servant and said, you take this talent, you take this talent, and the other one said, well, this my foolish my wicked boss. You gave others 10, you gave this one 3, you gave this one 5, and you're giving me 1, and he went and buried the job. The talent God has given you today is your child. How you parent that child, you speak in future. And God is going to hold you responsible. God will hold you accountable for whatever happens to your child. So when they say pay for courses, whenever they say pay for courses, please, one like your life depends on it because it actually does. Your child depends on it. You don't want to raise children who will be bailing out everything. Today they will call you, your child committed this offense. Tomorrow they will call you, your child did this, your child borrowed money, did not pay, your child visited this or did not do. Yes, you will not go have peace. You will not have peace. You want to raise children who will give you peace. Children that when you look behind your pride, not the one that they'll be calling you in police station to come and bail every weekend. Or they call you in the to come and carry him from the gutter because he's swimming inside mud. He finished drinking and he's now swimming inside mud. They're calling you, come and carry your son, no, come and carry your son, no. He now fell inside gutter as he was drunk and as he was going home, he now fell inside gutter. May that not be our portion with the system. Now, why do many parents struggle? Why are we struggling in parenting? We are struggling because a lot of us were raised the way we are trying to raise our children. A lot of us were raised in an authoritarian home, permissive home, neglected home. I've shared my story. I was raised in an authoritarian home. So it was a struggle for me in my early years. Thank God for knowledge. I would have ruined my children. Thank God for knowledge. I was listening to Pastor Jerry's wife, Eno, and she shared that story of what anger almost made her do. She almost ruined her marriage. I almost ruined my children. If I was a tug of war, why? Because of how I was parented. All the mindset, everything, all the bottled emotion, I carried it into parenting. Did my husband have peace? Yeah, super. The guy is so hell in my hand. Why? How I was raised. Another thing is survival. A lot of us are struggling to survive. So, like, okay, the children will be fine. Let's make money first. By the time you have the money, the children are very wild. They become very wild. Fear is another reason why parents are struggling. Fear. There are different types of fear, but I'm not ready for that. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of what people will say. That's the most common one. Fear of what people will say. Fear of what people will say. Who are the people? Do they really care? By the time you die, they put you under the grave, they put you inside grave. That's all those people you're looking, they will not care again. They will not care. Stress and then cultural conditioning. We have been conditioned. We have been conditioned that until you beat a child, you've not disciplined children. It takes pain to discipline a child who lies or who so does this lie. Even till today, a lot of parents don't believe that you can actually raise children without waving pain. A lot of parents don't believe that you can raise children without waving pain. You must carry pain like herdsmen and be moving up and down because of your parents. That is our cultural default. That is our cultural default. They taught us obey elder. My wife, the elder will be calling a child of 5 years. My wife. Tomorrow go and touch the girl's breast. My wife. Tomorrow will be pants. My wife. We say we come back to it. That's our cultural default. Even till today, some women don't believe that they can be successful. They, instead of them to pray for success to come to them, they are praying for their husband. What happened to you? You complete success. Father, bless my husband. Give him money to buy car. Give him money to do this. Give him more business. I don't say you should not pay for your husband. People don't get me wrong. But is there anything wrong with you being successful? Do you forbid success? Do you forbid money? Do you forbid buying car? Do you forbid going for vacation? It's our cultural difference. It's our cultural set. It's our cultural set. Some of you believe that linear job is okay, so that you will not grow more than your husband. It's our cultural setting. It's our default setting. Our cultural conditioning. May God help us. May God help us. We need to move from all this struggle to intentionality. We need to move. If you don't heal and grow, your parenting will become a transfer of pain instead of a place of safety for your child. You'll be transferring pain to your child. Some of you think it's only when you give children that you transfer pain to them. It's not. It's not. You think it's only when you take them to a shop and buy this, make sure the house is well stocked, that you've done your part as a parent. No, you haven't. You haven't. Now, how to reset your parenting? Very quickly. Pause before reacting. Whenever you're angered, make sure you're pausing before reacting. I mentioned, I think in the training we talked about difference between responding and reacting. Alright? Now the next one, build connection before correcting. Make sure you're building connection. I beg your pardon. Somebody reached out to me yesterday and she said, my child does not listen. My child does not listen. Whenever I want to correct, I say, Ma, you have not learned how to correct a child. You're still operating from default setting. That's the truth. And until you learn how to do better, you will end in frustration. You keep being frustrated. Listen without immediate judgment. We judge a lot. A lot of us judge a lot. Mommy, my pen, why won't your pen? Is it not you that does not? We judge. Some of us don't listen. Our own is just to judge. Our name is still to judge now. For judging your children. A parent told me, he said that when she finished complaining, I said, okay, so what have you done to help your child? He said, I've gone to a pastor. I've gone to this. Okay, oh yeah, are you ready to undo what you have done? He said, I don't have money. I said, okay, when you have money, you come. But now, be dealing with your problem. Let me be commenting with them. Discipline without humiliation. Some of us don't know how to discipline without humiliation. What are you going to report the child to? What you people don't know is that those students, those pastor students are even, some of them, your children are more better behaved than them. You never report a student to pastor. Hey, pastor, my child, yeah, I just told that this one, now I saw my child with one boy. The boy was not talking, I saw my phone, my son was watching porn, or my son was doing this. You have just succeeded in humiliating your child. Tomorrow that same child will not trust you again. They will only learn to be more secretive. They will learn to hide it better. If they trusted you before the first time and told you the truth, they will not tell you again. So they know your mouth is basket lunch. You call auntie in Lagos, auntie in Port Harcourt, auntie in Abuja, you report all of them and you report your child to all of them. But how they not trust you? Be consistent. Let there be discipline in your home. Let there be boundaries. And be consistent with them. Don't be anywhere the left is. Today you're happy, everybody. You are happy today, all the rules and regulations, wait aside. Tomorrow you're sad, all the rules and regulations bring back. It doesn't work that way. Let your light so shine before men. Let your disciplines be so conspicuous that everyone will see. Everybody that comes to your house will around. They are coming to your house, they already know this is how this house is. If you're going to a house, don't do this, don't do that. They know. And learn your children's emotional needs. Learn to care for your children's emotional needs. Learn to care for your children's emotional needs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain for today's webinar. I'll see you next week Friday for another session. And if you have not signed up for the upcoming course, Becoming an Intentional and Emotionally Intelligent Parent, please, I beg you with everything, go and sign up for that course. Stop presenting with ignorance. You will ruin your children. Go and sign up for that course. Go and sign up. The course is starting on Wednesday. They have to move it 1 week again, just to meet up the time. So go and sign up for that. It's just 6,000 naira. It will save you a lot of embarrassment. It will save you a lot of shame. It will save you a lot of mistake. Go and sign up for that course. Send me a DM or reach out. Our seller store is open. We have daily connection tools for as low as 1,000 naira. We released 3 tools this week for as low as 1,500 naira. We have enough tools to help you go by your daily parenting journey. So you don't have the excuse not to be parenting right. You don't have the excuse to be parenting in ignorance. You don't have the excuse. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Click the subscription button to get free resources and also get updates whenever we're having a live session. I look forward to seeing you in our next session. Until then, my name is Isioma Kawekwune. Bye for today. Bye. Good night, everybody. Go and think about what you've learned today. And of course, if you don't mind, please drop a message for me. Drop a review of today's class for me. I'll be so delighted to read your review and your feedbacks. Thank you so much. God bless you and good night from me to you. Good night.